Question everything, trust nothing. What's going on, guys? It's your boys, BlockchainCrusader and CryptoKeeper here in the house today. How's everybody doing in the chat? Smash those likes. Let's get excited. What's up, man?
What is going on? I'm super excited about the show today. We have got some big stuff on the podium. Everything from, just the basic, what's the Fed chair doing? Kraken's opening a bank. Optimism's doing new stuff. But hey, listen, stick around because XRP fam, put them up, XRP Army. We're going to be rocking out some great information for the case. And then also, is Amazon getting into NFTs? You're going to have to stick around to find out all of that good stuff. So excited about it, man. I wanted to ask you, where are we at with we got any vests going out soon? What we got? 40?
Hopefully
Something
tonight
like
for the Twitter space, right? We got some changes that I'm gonna be talking to you about here after the show. And hopefully, those changes will get some things rolling in the space tonight. So everybody make sure you guys jump into the Twitter space tonight. What's that gonna be? 8 p.m. or 9 p.m.?
You call it, man. I think 9 o'clock probably works better. That's my assumption.
Let's just do 9 p.m. then, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and it's gonna get exciting in there. I got some different little tricks up my sleeve.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Well, tricks up the sleeve is something that the crypto space is notorious for. Let's take a little peek at the markets and see what's going on. It's been kind of flat, but let me update it. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Click the wrong button. And there we go. All right. So the overall global crypto market cap's at 1.02 trillion with the T dollars. That's down 0.76%. Like I said, everything's kind of flat. We have a little bit of downward action. Bitcoin is at 22.1. That's down about 1.4%. ETH down about 1.1% at 1550. BNB down below that 300 mark. Everything's down except for, yep, that's right, XRP fam. Again, put them up if you're in the XRP army, up 2.08%. And then rolling through the top 10. Yeah, everything else besides Polygon Matic is barely up. It's at $1.13, up 0.37%. Crusader, you got some TA you wanna run, or
yeah, I got some TA. I'll show you guys. But before we even show the TA, we got the Fed meeting coming up here. Was it tomorrow? Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yep.
Yeah,
Tomorrow. I think so. Yep.
What do you think they're going to come out with? Do you think they're going to come out with the 50 basis point? They're just going to, slam that hammer, or do you think they're going to come out with the 25? It's not going to be a big for nothing show, and then crypto just rips again.
I'm not making no financial advice here, but I will be shorting. I know. Listen, everybody tells me, Keeper, don't trade these events, and Keeper just can't get it out of his head. He wants to trade this event, so I'm going to be trading this. I'm going to be shorting again. Not financial advice. Don't everybody run out and short. You actually, maybe the financial advice would be to do the exact opposite of what Keeper's doing, because I have not exactly been the most effective person on planet Earth. I think we're going to get hammered, man. I think that we talked about it yesterday on Around the Blockchain, but you have the Republicans pushing for higher interest rates because they're saying, hey, we need to curb this inflation. On the other side of that, Democrats are saying, wait a minute, don't push us into a recession. And it's like, what a joke. We're already in a recession. So I think we'll see 50. I don't think 25. I think 25, if we get to 25, I think it'll actually be bullish. I think that we will.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. If we hit 25, I think we're probably going to bounce in the price from there. But if we do see a 50 basis point, I do think that crypto's going to drop a bit. Yeah. Not that we're going to go to 10K or anything, but I do think we'll see some downward action.
Let me say hi in the chat real quick. Who we got in the chat today? We have got Mr. B. Welcome. Karen, smashing that like. Karen says the like has been smashed. Sean from New World Crypto, good afternoon. Kenton, Puddles, who else is in here? We've got, let's see, Brad in the house and B. Baker rolling up in here. We appreciate you all for being here. As always, you could be anywhere, but you're hanging out with Debate Crypto. We love you for it. We appreciate it. Toss some TA at me, brother. Let me see what we got.
Here we go. So, as you guys can see here, right, on the daily, real macro stuff. Told you guys we got dropped out of this regression trend. We're headed, what it seems like, to this 21,000. I believe we're going to hit this or possibly break this if we can hit with those 50 basis points. But if we don't, maybe we'll see some kind of like nervous move down tomorrow until we, eventually. I think this 21,500 could be massive support. Unless we get hit with those 50 basis points, then we are not going to probably not hold this at all and probably head a lot lower. But overall, I think Bitcoin's holding here pretty strong, just kind of sideways. We do have the whole thing about like, kind of bear flag, bear whatever you want to call it. Right now, we're kind of having to break down from that little bear flag, bear pen, or whatever you want to call it. So is that going to move us all the way to 21,000 before the Fed meeting tomorrow? I don't know, but that's why I think that if we hit with 50 basis points, this probably won't hold if we're already starting to drop towards there. But if we drop down to the 4 hour, let's see what the 4 hour on Bitcoin is doing. So on the 4 hour, you guys can see the trend catcher bearish, EQ cloud bearish. There is a kind of a contraction of the upper and lower bands, and we're still approaching this 21,000. I think as we contract here, maybe we see a bounce if we get that bullish news tomorrow. But if we don't, the MACD is also headed straight down right now as well. So things are looking kind of bearish right now. It just all really depends on what kind of the news comes out tomorrow. And that's what this is. People are trading this fear factor right now, and they're just waiting for that news tomorrow. That's going to tell us where we're really going to go.
Yeah, and your boy Magic Internet Money would tell you don't diddle in the middle. So pay attention to where we are at. There is possibly an opportunity there, but be smart because these are really, really hard to trade. All right, cool. Let's get into it, man. Everybody smash the likes. Make sure you're in the Discord. I have been a little quiet in the Discord. Let me just call it like it is. I have been really quiet in the Discord, and I owe everybody a big, huge apology. If you did ask a question about the event coming up May 12th through the 14th, I did just answer that. I sent out a text message, and I'm waiting for a response to see the exact information on when everybody can actually set up shop versus when they need to leave. Those are going to be details. It was a great question, so I'm glad that you asked. I want to make sure that everybody is where they need to be when they need to be there. So looking forward to that. May 12th is coming up quick, bro. And we have to we gotta actually get together on. So we got a crypto class for those of you that are going to be there. We're going to be doing a crypto NFT class. We're got to present that to the prepper community. We know how to present it to the crypto community. We got to present it to the prepper community now. Now you want to talk about people being, skeptical, right? When I told people last year that I was there.
I got a plan, bro.
I'm telling you, though, when I told people that I was there last year, I wouldn't say the majority, but a lot of them were like, a lot of the people there were like, crypto, like, come on, bro. Like, you can't be serious. And then, but the cool part is, when I talk to a number of people and explain to them the world that we live in today, where we're headed, the benefits, most people don't know. So I'm excited to educate those people. I know Crusader and I will get that point across. So it'll be interesting to bring some new people into I don't want to say to the fold, but bring some new people in on what we got going on in the crypto space.
Got an orange pill, dude.
That's right. We got to get them on that Bitcoin train. So excited about that. But yeah, the information, as soon as she texts me back, I'll let you guys know. All right, let's get into it. So, Kraken. Talked about this a little bit on Around the Blockchain yesterday.
Cracking some moves.
Kraken is cracking. Yeah, it was either yesterday or the day before. We talked a little bit about, Kraken opening up a bank. Okay, so check this out. So, Kraken is on track to launch a bank, quote, very soon, despite regulatory weird place, is what it says. Okay, so let me get into this a little bit further. So Kraken ultimately is their chief legal officer. His name's Marco Santori. Yeah, Marco Santori said that the Kraken Bank is set to launch, quote, very soon. But part of the problem is it's been a really tough regulatory environment. And the SEC settlement recently, which was $30 million in fines for Kraken, that had them violating securities laws. And so that's something that they're fighting with. The settlement is going to affect their product mix, what they can do, what they can push to their American clients. They want to do staking services. They want to do some offshore stuff, some quote unquote riskier things is what Mr. Santori was saying. So that all is going to depend on how things, shake out as part of that settlement and what they're able to do moving forward. He did say that they're having a lot of you're using a lot of extra caution. The problem with that caution and what they're trying to press back against, they're saying, hey, listen, we've talked about this before. You're stifling innovation. You are in a sector that needs to continue to grow and expand and figure out really what it is. And they're trying to take all of these old school banking thoughts and put it in with crypto. And it's really not the same. He was talking about how he thought it was like a conspiratorial crackdown, or some people thought that it was a conspiratorial crackdown. But effectively, there's a group of regulators, and this is the hard part. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. There's a group of regulators that roughly, Crusader, feel that we're still in that space in crypto where it doesn't know what it is, and they have got ideas of, hey, we need to regulate this the exact same as the current banking system. So thoughts on putting crypto into the legacy financial system, because that's effectively what they're talking about doing. I'd love to hear what your thoughts on that are, Crusader. What do you think about them taking crypto and tossing it into the legacy financial system?
It's bullish in the fact that, if you do that, you're exposing crypto to a lot of older money, a lot of more institutional money, right? But then you have to ask yourself, how are they going to introduce it to the traditional system? Are they going to do more derivative trading? Are they going to do all these other things that we've seen in the past not be so great for the crypto prices in the long term, right? It kind of suppresses, because institutions can then do a bunch of fugazi and be able to short and take all these positions against the crypto asset to keep the price down until they can, do whatever fugazi they're trying to do to then pump it back up. So if we're going on that route, then no, I don't think that's good in the long term for crypto. At the end of the day, there's going to be some type of merging from the traditional system and the future system of money, right? Whether it's the stock market and the crypto space all coming together on the blockchain, one way or another, they're going to be merging and becoming one to an extent. But I would hope that they would go towards the advantageous thing, which would be more spot trading, more actual physical holding of these assets in these different customers' wallets, and just being managed by these institutions. That's what I would hope for.
Yeah, and on the front end, I'm the one thing I am concerned about is I think they're going to push hard for things to be in that box of the old school legacy legacy finances, right? Legacy finances, if I could speak. I think that they're going to push them towards that. Part of the reason being, if you now introduce crypto into the game, and a bunch of people see, well, wait a minute, if I can go over into crypto and I can not only do the same things in the legacy financial system, but I can get a lot more of a return, what's that going to do? That's going to encourage people, if they're willing to take some sort of risk, depending on what assets they're getting involved with, that might encourage more people to back away from the dollar. And so I see the government from the top down saying, hey, wait a minute, we need to make this as less make it less appealing, make it so that it just seems like, it's just like the legacy system, and I've got some extra risk. So I think that that's going to be, in my thought process, is they're going to try to just spin it. Hey, go ahead and go there, but there's a bunch of extra risk. And so I don't know. That's kind of my overall thoughts on what they're doing. I will say Kraken has been trying to open this bank for years. If I remember right, it was like 2019 they got approval, because Kraken's been around since the dawn of time in the crypto space. Effectively, I think
since the crack of dawn.
Yeah, exactly. The Kraken of dawn. And so they've been around trying to press this through. I do know they've been one of the institutions that has been on the side of trying to stay regulatory, compliant. So maybe they'll be the one that are able to do this and change the game for banking as we know it in the crypto space. But again, you know what we're pushing for, crypto fam. We're pushing for, yep, you guessed it. We're pushing for decentralization. It's a big buzzword. It's tough. It's going to be incredibly tough, but that's what we'd like to see,
Yeah, I asked the chat, right? Do they trust a crypto bank? And we got 62% of people voted yes. They said yes, they would trust a crypto bank. I wouldn't trust a crypto bank. I don't trust my regular bank.
I'm with you. Yeah. The reason that we talk about, and Addison actually came in before the show, she got up a little bit earlier. The reason that we talk about self-custody, which we've got a link down below the stream if you want to be a part of and helping out the stream and get yourself set up. We have a ledger link down below the stream. You can check that out. The reason that we push for that is because we know who's in charge at that point. We know who makes decisions with our money. Yes. Does it add more onto my plate where I have this responsibility that maybe otherwise you're not used to having? Sure. But that's part of learning crypto.
That responsibility is called freedom.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you don't have responsibilities, it's because you're a slave.
That's a good point. Yeah, you let somebody else deal with it. Well, letting somebody else deal with it also gives them control over whatever that asset is or whatever that, whatever that looks like. So definitely self-custody. We're never going to back off of that. That's what the crypto space is about. BYOB, be your own bank. So we'll see what happens with Kraken as we go forward. So Optimism, I talked about this the other day too, and I just admittedly even said on the show, like, I don't know as much as I should know about Optimism. So I'm going to pull this up. So Optimism welcomes a new hard fork. Here is what you need to know. So Optimism has been back at it again. They've recorded a new hard fork now named Regolith. Dude, these names sometimes kill me. I'm telling you. This was shortly after the Bedrock upgrades, right? So these names all sound like these archaic Stone Age, Regolith, Bedrock upgrade. But it's supposed to make it one of the most versatile and actively developing layer 2 protocols on the Ethereum network. So for those of you who don't know, Optimism operates on top of the Ethereum network, trying to make it faster, trying to make it, just like what some of the other layer 2s are doing. They're trying to make more efficient and cheaper. So this upgrade implements minor changes to deposit processing, which is going to boost the network's efficiency. Like I said, speed, that's going to be important. And it helps in classifying data that allows the deposit transactions to be more in sync with the node operators. We're getting technical there, but effectively what I'm saying is trying to make deposits, trying to make movements of the crypto easier and more controlled and in sync with the node operators. So Crusader, with these layer 2s, there is, people love them, people hate them. They were talking about when we were talking about Polygon originally, people said, oh, well, as soon as ETH runs over onto proof of stake, it's gone. It's and now people are saying they're almost the most bullish on Polygon. I know, like Joshua Jake, for example, I'll use him as an example, is talking about that's going to be my biggest holding coming into this next bull run. What are your thoughts on these layer 2s operating on top of, we'll use Ethereum in this example, but what are your thoughts of these layer 2s in general?
I think it's good, man. I think having multiple layer 2s is better than just having depending on Polygon, right? That just shows you a point of centralization. Like, hey, Ethereum's only scaling possibility is Polygon, so all our hopes are riding on Polygon, right? Having that decentralization of more layer 2s adds more competition, and it pushes them to innovate better and faster, right? The only thing that I'm hoping they don't do is just hyper focus on being cheaper and faster. Oh, I'm just cheaper and faster than Polygon is. And now Polygon's like, well, now I'm cheaper and faster than Optimism. Mm-hmm. And then the third party comes in and says, well, now I'm cheaper and faster than the two of those, right? I hope they push for more innovation than just cheaper and faster. That's long term. That's always going to be, somebody's always going to be cheaper. Somebody's always going to be faster. It doesn't really push too much innovation besides that. I hope they focus on that, obviously, but that they add way more to their ecosystem than just being cheaper and faster on ETH than the rest of the competition.
Yeah, and one of the things that you're always going to give up, you're always going to give something up. If you add speed, you are giving up some sort of ability to be quite as secure, because something has to move faster from point A to point B. What are you giving up? What's making it do that? Right. And so, because I don't know the back end technicals, I don't know the answer to what's making it do that. But what I do know from being in the crypto space for some time, you're always going to give up something. Are you going to give up speed? Are you going to give up security? Are you going to give up efficiency, price? What are you going to give up? And so the trifecta is trying to figure out all of that. Nobody, I don't think, has actually achieved that, but we're working towards that. And we'll see if Optimism, I mean, there's so much talk about them. We'll see if they're able to.
I just asked the chat, right? Once again, I asked them for a little poll here, and the results are in. 80% of people are bullish on Optimism.
Yeah, they've been in the headlines a lot. They're involved with Coinbase. They're making moves. That's for sure. So it is what it is.
Guys, smash those likes. Make sure you're sharing out the live. If you're not sharing, hit that bell notification. Make sure you get notified every single time we go live at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss out the show. So what else we got going on?
Well, Crypto Whelp asked, Did we talk about XRP already? Nope. XRP fam, stick around. That's going to be towards the end. You already know what time it is. We got some big news about XRP. So that will be on the tail end of the stream. So stick around for that. And don't forget, Amazon getting into NFTs. It'll all be here. All right. So next move. Oh, I might want to share my screen here so you guys can see this. Is again the Fed. The Fed is always involved in the discussion. Fed chair. I feel like you need like Eeyore when I need to talk like Eeyore when I say this. Fed Chair Jerome Powell, crypto turmoil, fraud, run risk is being monitored, right? That's what it feels like, dude. It literally feels like whenever this goon right here talks, and I do genuinely believe that he is just being pushed to do and say what he is, you know what I mean?
They're
I do
all
believe,
puppets, dude.
yeah,
They're
I
all
do.
puppets, man.
I believe it, but it's tough, man, because it seems like anytime they talk about crypto, it's all this bad negative energy. And the funny thing
when
is,
they want it to be.
That's what I was saying. It's exactly what I was getting at.
Bull market comes back, it's going to be
Yep.
like nothing but gold, baby. Let's go. I mean,
Yep.
talking about gold, I don't want to interrupt the flow of the show here, but talking about gold, there was literally a gold scam that just happened with China. Literally, they were selling diluted gold to China for tons of money, dude, until they finally got caught and they were trying to hide it and cover it up so they wouldn't send the gold back and have to give the money back. There's this whole big scam. I saw about it on Twitter. It's wild.
Yeah.
And that's gold, right?
Yeah.
That's gold. They don't
So
talk bad about gold, though.
That's right. Don't talk bad about gold. And I like what you were saying, and that's what I was alluding to. It's when they want to. When their friends, their cronies, their dinner buddies at the table that are seated at the table are ready for this to rock, it's almost like they look at each other. They just kind of give each other, you know, Crusader, we know each other well enough. I can look at you and we're kind of thinking something, right? That's what happens. They're like, it's time.
It's time.
Stirring. Yeah, it's time. So yeah, the Fed's always trying to throw something into the mix, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So Jerome Powell, he testified in front of lawmakers about the need to monitor the crypto space closely due to the turmoil and risk. I feel like this is a broken record, right? But he also brought up, we don't want to stifle innovation. Okay, what's that look like, right? He's been active in the crypto space. The Fed, or the Fed in general, has been active in the crypto space, but regulated the financial institutions. They needed to, quote, take great care in how they interact with it. He was talking about the problems in the crypto space. He was talking about fraud. He was talking about lack of transparency and run risk. These are all things that happen in the legacy financial system. So don't get it twisted. If you've been around since 2008, you have seen the Lehman Brothers and some absolutely just horrific things happen in legacy banking, in legacy financial, in real estate. When money's involved, just like you were talking about, Crusader, with the gold, why would that happen? Why would somebody sell diluted gold? Well, let me tell you why. Because somebody is making money off of being a scammer, right? There's always going to be someone to try to take advantage of the next person if they can make money off of it. Not everyone has this good, clean heart and wanting to do the best thing for the space. You got Sam Bankman-Fried, where the FTX, so he brought up, you know, the FTX, obviously, his criminal mismanagement, which it absolutely was. That's been a huge controversy. And then the main topic has been inflation, which is so high in the U.S. The Fed raising those rates to combat the inflation. But I don't know, man. They asked me if on ATB if there's a soft landing. I don't see a soft landing. I don't see any of this playing out so hot for basically anybody except for the people that are in charge of making the decisions.
Every time they tell you don't panic, that's when something bad is about to happen. Right? They've been telling us for 2 years about the soft landing, about how it's transitory, about don't worry about it. And what have we seen for 2 years? Worse and worse and worse. Now, if we take it back in history to every other time the markets have crashed, every other time things have been similar to now, they've always warned about they've always told you about a soft landing. Soft landing, and then there's a massive collapse. Soft landing, massive collapse. You know, and it's just one of those things that every authority figure always does. They try to not instill like panic, so they tell you it's okay, right? The Titanic is shipping, but everybody just go back to your room. It's okay. Everything's under control. Go back, continue sleeping. Don't worry. We'll let you know if something dangerous is really going on.
Right.
And that's just to make sure that there isn't panic, but it's coming. Yep. It's coming one way or another.
And, B. Baker brings up a great point. Gold hasn't hit where it should be. I don't think they will allow it. Well, Baker, that's exactly correct. One of the most manipulated markets in the world has been gold and silver. Silver, way more heavily manipulated even than gold, if you kind of want to dive down that rabbit hole. But the reality is all of these markets are absolutely manipulated. They're manipulated from the top down, and it's all to make the top as much money as possible and then take as much money from the poor. They just want the money to funnel up, and one of the ways they can do it is control the media narrative. That's absolutely huge, especially in today's age. And then having enough of those dinner parties to have the discussions where people know what's going on.
Using all their traditional finance tools to make sure that you are safe, that the investors are safe, that they are well taken care of, and everything is well regulated into their benefit, not your benefit.
The economy is as well managed as a train through East Palestine, Ohio. And then we had the one in Springfield yesterday. Did you see the pictures of that one?
Yep.
Dude, I don't know what was on that train, but like it was literally looked like a 15-car pileup, like on the highway with like them all sideways and on top of you. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? So who knows what the world we're living in? But one thing we do know, first of all, smash those likes if you haven't already. We need the likes. Follow us on Twitter. We've got both of our Twitter handles. Twitter's an important place to be. We've got a Twitter space tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll give you some more information on that through Twitter. So make sure you're following us on Danger Close Alpha and or Debate Crypto OG. Check that out over there. The one thing that has been actually surprising to me, I was surprised to see this. I guess I didn't pay close enough attention to this, but I like knew this, but I didn't look at it close enough. Check this out.
That's right.
Bitcoin outperforms the NASDAQ. Check this out. Hold on. Let me make sure everybody just let this sink in. Bitcoin. Now we all know where Bitcoin is versus. Okay. Yeah. It's been not like doing anything, right? Bitcoin outperforms NASDAQ, S&P 500, Dow Jones, and gold. What's that last word there? Combined. Okay. So this awful, negative, scary, intrusive asset is outperforming everything in the legacy financial system combined. So it's outperformed all of that. As of March 6th, the year-to-date return was 32.23%, while the NASDAQ was 12.4%, the S&P was 5.86%, and the Dow Jones was up 0.12%. Gold had a year-to-date return of 1.17%, greatly underperforming Bitcoin. Now, let me pause real quick. One of the things that you do have to recognize with this, okay, volatility plays into this. Part of the reason that you are able to make as much money or have the opportunity to make as much money in crypto is because of the volatility. We've talked about it before. Volatility is your friend. It's also the scariest thing in the room, okay? And so when you see 32%, well, they're taking effectively the low to, I don't know if they're using today's price. I don't know if they're using I don't know what price action they're using, but that return being that was because of such huge moves upward and downward to be able to look, and get those kind of numbers. So how do you, the investor, the retail investor, most of you are probably retail, how do you have access to those kind of gains? Well, you can be boring like me and Crusader, and you can dollar cost average. You can literally be involved. You can trade. If trading's for you, make sure that you are well-versed on that. We're going to be doing a beginner trading seminar with Magic Internet Money that's going to be limited. You're going to have live interaction with Magic and be able to ask questions. It's going to be beginner. I know Magic can go deep because he's really good at this, but it's going to be a beginner seminar. Those seats will be limited. Make sure to pay attention when that comes out. I'm telling you, that will be fire. I'm looking forward to that, dude. I really am.
Dude, 100%, right? And the whole thing about the Bitcoin performing just goes to show you everyone that's so all about their 401ks, long-term investing, right? All about diversification. Well, there you have it. Bitcoin will continue to outperform all those assets and be the best performing asset. And I'm going to show you here how they got that number. It's actually pretty simple. So the way they got that number is here. If you look at coin market cap, we look year to date or even the last 60 days, Bitcoin is up 30%, 32% year to date. So just from the beginning of the year to now, Bitcoin is up 32%. Ain't nobody in the stock market going to do anything like that. Let me tell you.
No.
Not in 5 years, not in 10 years.
Uh-uh.
It's going to take a lot longer than that.
Not happening.
That's how they did that. And Crypto Gamer brings up a good little
I
piece of
dude, I
information
swear
here.
to you, half the time we're about to push the same exact comments.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Look, I had it pulled up on Twitter. I'm glad he brought it up. You can put that comment away, but here it is. Right, Bitcoin Magazine is reporting that U.S. court likely to overturn the SEC denial of Grayscale spot Bitcoin ETF. Right, from the Bloomberg Intelligence. So, AKA, we're a lot closer to getting a spot ETF for Bitcoin, which is huge, and this will be unlocking $5.5 billion in value if this goes out. So this is extremely bullish, just to show you how bullish the fundamentals of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are, even though the technicals and the price action doesn't represent it. In the background, massive things are always happening in this space. So if you are a long-term investor, if you are a long-term holder, like how we are, it's probably going to work out pretty well. It's not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go hold long-term. I'm just telling you some facts.
Yeah, for sure. And these massive institutions, these massive companies are all trying to dip their toe in, or they're just jumping in head and hands. A lot of them, though, are feeling things out. And one of them that's been really slow to make the move that everybody's been waiting for has been Amazon, right? So we're going to talk about Amazon. Amazon is they're getting into it. Let me pause real quick. I talked about this yesterday, I think briefly on the show on here. Some of the stuff that Amazon is doing technologically is mind-blowing, and they are pressing in. They are pressing it. But the thing that I will say, I'll give them credit, what I've seen is that what they're doing seems to be like they are doing the research on the front end before just pushing it out. You see a lot of companies that are like, oh, I want to be first to market. Boom, I'm in, right? And the problem with that is a lot of times there's bugs. There are things that just they don't work. And so I talked about yesterday, the other day, about the Amazon store that has one item of each, and a lot of it's clothing, and you just scan it, and then they'll bring it out to you. You can try it on and then say, hey, would you like to ship to your house, or do you want to just take it with you now? Right? Pretty cool. That's inside of a mall. As that continues into the metaverse, those are going to be things you're going to be able to do from your home. Okay, cool. So what's the next step? Well, one of the next steps would be Amazon possibly getting involved in the NFT space. And I think this is going to be super freaking fire. So just in, Amazon NFT marketplace to reportedly launch next month. They're reportedly planning to launch its NFT marketplace, quote, creative name, Amazon NFT marketplace next month with 15 NFT collections already available. Love the name, but hey, they're talking about branding, so I'll cut them some slack, right? So they're reportedly planning for this to launch next month. The platform is going to offer services to U.S. customers first, and then will gradually roll out to other countries. About 15 collections are going to be available on the launch day itself, and can be seen by clicking on the Amazon Digital Marketplace tab. They're only to be purchased from the Amazon account and through a credit card. So let me pause there. They're allowing you to use a credit card to purchase these NFTs. Do we think this is a good thing? Do we think this is a bad thing? Do we think that this is, what do you think, Crusader? They're going to allow you to use a credit card right off the rip. What do you think?
Yeah, so I think right off the rip, that is a good thing, because a lot of people that might be collectors in the traditional system, right? Like you see Pawn Stars, you see all these other shows of American Pickers, people that are just collectors, people that are just art enthusiasts in general, that are not in Web3, don't know anything about crypto, don't know anything about setting up a wallet, don't know anything about MetaMask, OpenSea, right? All those barriers of like, well, I got to set up my Coinbase, I got to send ETH from there to my MetaMask. I got to set up my MetaMask. I got to connect to OpenSea. All that stuff gets cut out, right? Just like, hey, you already have your Amazon Prime card. You already have an account on Amazon. And it's just like, oh, add to cart. Boom. I want these NFTs. Bam. They're in my account now. And it's instantly paid on your credit card. No, nothing different changes for the end user that is using Amazon or any online website. I think that's great for adoption and just to get more people interested, and then those people can lead into the rabbit hole of like, oh wait, what can I do on OpenSea? Oh wait, what can I do on MetaMask? Hopefully, what I hope out of this comes that Amazon doesn't have a closed loop of, well, my NFTs are only inside the Amazon ecosystem and they can't go anywhere. I can't put them on OpenSea for sale. I can't put them somewhere else. I can't put it, I can't do that. I hope they don't do that. I hope they, at least in the long term, maybe in the short term, they start off like that, but I hope that they open it up and then you can have full, true ownership of the NFT and not just have it closed up in that wormhole.
That's a really good point, because they could make this a closed ecosystem and it's like Amazon. They're already taking over the world. So I agree with that. They did say that part of what they were trying to do is they're trying to allow people that either don't understand or use or have access to MetaMask still have the ability to buy NFTs. Okay, I can get on board with that, right? We all know it's still a business. We all know why they want to get in. They want to be able to make more money. They want to be able to be in one more market, one more emerging market where they can, make more money. Okay, cool. But I do hope that, like you said, that it's not just a closed ecosystem. It was delayed originally. I don't know if anybody knew this, but they had it like set to go way earlier, and then when FTX collapsed, it pushed their launch, down.
They were like, hold up, ain't nobody gonna buy an NFT right now.
Yep. And dude, but it's cool because they're planning to make its customers play crypto games and reward them with free NFTs. And games have always been one of those things where it introduces people to something, right? Oh, I really like that game. Hold on a second. I just got rewarded this. What is this token, right? Like, let's use like maybe a little bit older generation like myself. And they look at it and they say, wait a minute. Like, what I'm getting rewarded in crypto. Oh, I've been hearing stuff about this cryptocurrency. What is this? And it does. It opens the door. Oh, NFTs. I can't tell you how many times I've had people ask me when I talk about us being NFT founders for Danger Close Alpha. They see me with the t-shirt on. They see me with the vest on. They see me on TikTok. They see us somewhere, right? They see us on here. And they ask, well, what is an NFT? And when you tell them, oh, it's a non-fungible token, most people don't even know what fungible means. So they're like, yeah, exactly. Right. And so when you just dumb things down a little bit, I hate to use the word dumb, but just like bring it down a little bit and just say, hey, listen, it's digital ownership. That's what it is. It's showing digital ownership. And then you use something that everybody's already using, most people are already using, which is Amazon. I don't know that I see this as being a bad thing. If I think worst case, like you said, they put it as a closed ecosystem, even that still introduces people more to crypto, introduces people more to the NFT space. So I think overall it could be a beautiful thing. And, Amazon does everything pretty well. So I can't see them failing with this.
I just hope they don't do that closed ecosystem long term, because then people are going to start getting used to that stuff. And then we're going to start seeing more platforms moving into those closed loop business models, because that's what becomes the trend.
Yeah.
Once they see that people jump onto that a lot quicker, and then it becomes a mess. And then true ownership is out the window. Yeah. And it's a bunch of fugazi.
Crypto Gamer says, fun fact, I sold the Starbucks Matic NFTs for $2,000 as a short-term flip. Crypto Gamer, toss it into the chat. What did you pay for those originally? Says, I'm planning on doing the same with these Amazon NFTs. Being first on the front end to something new has always been good. You got a rookie card. It's usually a good thing. You got a CryptoPunk. It's a really good thing. Being that front end has worked out well for people for as long as you can possibly think. You've got a really old coin. It's probably valuable. Not everything that's old is valuable, but a lot of things that are on the front leading edge, not just technology, have always done well. And I think this could be the same. So Crypto Gamer, toss it in the chat. I'd love to know what you spent.
Alan says, what's up, everyone? What's up, Alan? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Guys, smash that like. Right, share out the live, hit that bell notification, subscribe if you have not subscribed. You're watching, just lurking in the shadows. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you watch our channel and are always alerted when we go live. We got 60% of people voted saying that they will buy Amazon NFTs. Okay, 60% people.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they play it out moving forward, but I think it'll be a good thing on the front end. All right, crypto fam, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. I know everybody, Crusader has actually been the one chomping at the bit to have this discussion. He's so
I just
excited.
Can't wait.
So excited about XRP. So XRP always got something going on in the headlines. So let's take a look. What is happening with XRP right now? And I actually don't love this headline because it's like not that big of a move, but we'll talk about it. XRP to 40 cents. People are thinking in the chat, $40, you mean? No, right now it's 40 cents. Judge Torres denies SEC motion to exclude testimony. Okay. And actually, Crusader, when you first read this earlier, I'll just tell you guys, when he first read this, he's like, wait a minute, was trying to think through it. Is this a good thing? He was like hoping this was a bad thing for XRP. And then once like I said, no, let's talk about it. He was so depressed. So let's talk about this a little bit. So the judge, her name is Analisa Torres, denied the SEC's motion to exclude testimony, putting Ripple in a better position. What testimony is that? Well, that is the Hinman testimony, the information that was put out where the SEC themselves, or him representing the SEC, was talking about how Ethereum and Bitcoin were not securities back in the day. They have been pushing so hard not to let this information come out. So XRP defenders have hoped for a potential surge to 40 cents as a result of this ruling. Okay, I'm hoping for a lot more than 40 cents, but I think maybe we won't get that huge move until we actually get the go-ahead, hey, not a security or whatever, a judgment, you know what I mean? Some sort of a deal gets struck. We'll see what it goes from there. But she is going to start ruling on other pending motions in the lawsuit as well. Those documents have been a key issue in the lawsuit, like I was saying before. It's going to, for sure, increase the chances of a faster settlement or a possibly better outcome for Ripple. Because at the end of the day, what's happening there? What good is the SEC going to be able to spin on them in-house, their person that was representing them saying publicly, right? We all know that he said it. It's there. They're just not trying to allow it as evidence into court that Ethereum and Bitcoin were not securities, and they're going to be able to draw parallels to like, hey, well, we did this, they did this, we did this, they did this. So how is this any different? So the price is showing a little bit of a recovery. We talked about that earlier today. It was up a few percent. There was some selling pressure before, but they're hoping for a push towards 40 cents. Now, I know this might seem like you guys like, really, I waited for that. Well, you waited for that and probably for Crusader to dump on all of your parades here in just a second. I'm sure he's got some just absolutely mind-blowing information to give you about XRP and how terrible it is. But before he does that, I just want to say, all of you that have held on to XRP for how long, right? He can call you crazy, right? But I want to say, I see commitment. And I see a group of people that believe in an asset that is hopefully going to make them money, whether it was for the right reasons, the wrong reasons, just money, the advancement of the crypto space, whether it's about the actual payment rails that are happening within the whatever it is. You guys have held strong. So I just want to throw out there, XRP fam, put them up.
I just want to say, talking about commitment, you know, there were some great historical people in history that had great commitment that didn't turn out so well for them as well. You know,
does one of his names rhyme with Littler?
Yeah. Short mustache guy, right? Short mustache, little comb over. That guy had massive commitment and, you know, held on strong for many years.
I never thought you could draw that parallel. That's a pretty rough parallel there. Just throwing that out there.
People buy the Kool-Aid, they drink the Kool-Aid, and they believe that if they just keep on holding stronger and longer, it's going to work out for them. I mean, I hope you guys get 40 cents out of that news.
Yeah.
I would hope so. At least 40 cents.
Yeah, that'd be like what so 10, it'd be like a 3.5% move or something like that.
Been holding this asset for 5 years. I got a whole 3%, baby. Let's go.
We're definitely looking for more people like Flat Smack to jump on the XRP bandwagon and get profits without the wait. Listen, let's talk about this though real quick. So let's say this case is almost over. Let's say it actually is almost over. And you're jumping on our stream. They hear you dog XRP all the time. They hear me talk about how I've had it for a long time and have a really good entry, right? How cool would it be for somebody in our stream to, now, again, never financial advice, because if anything, with XRP, it is a who freaking knows. So we're definitely not giving financial advice here. But how cool would it be to be the person that like didn't have to wait through all this stuff, didn't have to do that. And then let's say it does make one of these huge moves and they're like, yeah, I mean, I got in at 37 cents. And then all of a sudden it was at $4 and I took a bunch of profits and boom, bam, slam, I got out. That would be dope. I think that would be absolutely epic. I'm rooting for it. Let's freaking go.
No? You better hope. You better hope. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. XRP is just one of those. I would say I'm probably more bullish on XRP's ecosystem, the projects that are trying to build stuff on the XRPL network than on XRP itself.
Hold on, let's hear this. King Christopher Paul says, how can you dog XRP? What are the downfalls? Now, hold on. Before you answer this, do we have another 34 minutes left in this stream or no? Because he's about to go on a rant. I don't know if we have time, but how about you give it to us in short form what you think? Let's tell the people. For those of you who haven't been following us for any sort of time, I've been holding XRP. I think my average entry is somewhere around 15, 17 cents. Been holding it for a long time, and I'm looking forward to being able to cash out. Okay. We've had this ongoing thing where Crusader absolutely hates XRP. I love the price appreciation that I believe I'm going to get from it, although it does have some things.
589, that 589, baby.
So talk about it. King Christopher Paul, here's your answer.
In short, the overall scope of the XRP mindset is that because you're aligning yourself with a coin that is aligned with the World Economic Forum and is aligned with all the great elites that have created the same system that was created to oppress you and keep you as a debt slave, that is going to free you. And if you think about that, why in the world would the same people that created the same system to oppress the average person give you the opportunity to get out of the matrix with their own tool, right? Everyone believes that XRP is this great asset that's going to take over the SWIFT system and that every average person has had 5-6 years to accumulate at pennies, right? Because if you tell me, well, XRP was already at hundreds and thousands of dollars, like how Bitcoin is, it's very hard to accumulate. It's going to become the next big thing. And maybe you can get a crumb, maybe you can get a few pieces of it. Believable. But in the aspect that they let you hold thousands and thousands and some people hundreds of thousands of XRP, right? With all this time to accumulate to then just say, here you go, here's the keys to the kingdom. You guys are now free. I just don't see it. Rich people don't want to make more rich people. Rich people want to make more employees, right? And there's just no benefit for the system that exists right now to allow everyone to escape with XRP. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and I want to say, King Christopher, I have approaching 100,000 XRP, and I'm like really looking forward to, cashing out on that. So when I say this, please understand this is someone that is invested, that really wants to see XRP do its thing. I am not at the same time the person that thinks that XRP is going to $589. It's what Crusader's saying on one side of things. He is correct, right? The reality is, if you think that you're going to wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden all of these plebs are going to be multimillionaires and billionaires, life does not and cannot work like that, okay? Because you take a plethora of people, albeit in the grand scheme of things, it wouldn't be a ton, that all of a sudden are even just multimillionaires, because it wouldn't take hardly anything to get to that if it went to even $589, let alone $50,000 like some of your boys out there are talking about. It's just not a reality. I'm looking forward to, I'm selling half of my XRP just under $5, just as and listen, none of this is financial advice. I'm just telling you where I'm at with it, right? I get about a 25x, 27x, whatever. That's freaking huge, great money. And I'm praying that I get to see that day. So I am all in. I love it. I want to see it do well. And really, for me, it comes down to this. I got in originally to make money. Right now, besides just my pride and being able to, jab at Crusader and make, money on it, what I want to see is the crypto space grow from this. Because if they do win this case, which I think that they're going to, if they do win this case, it does set a precedent in the crypto space, and it's going to really slow down the SEC's ability to do what they want to do. So I don't know. I'm really, I'm bullish. I think that we're going to make that. Hopefully it's over soon. It's been a long drawn out process. So that's kind of the download. Make sure to smash the likes. If you haven't already smashed the likes, smash those likes. We need it. YouTube loves to see it. Follow us on all our socials. Listen, we got TikTok, we got Twitter, we got Discord. We are in the social media game. And we appreciate you for being here. Every single person that's here right now, thank you very much. We love you. We look forward to seeing you again. We're here Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss the Twitter space tonight. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll put that information out on Twitter. That's right. And what else? Did I miss anything?
No, that's it.
Cool.
Don't miss the Twitter space. We got the Beans Bulletin Bourbon. We're minting.
Mhm.
We're like 40
Oh, yeah.
something mints away from giving away the first vest, right? These are real vests. Somebody's going to be taking one of those home. So make sure you join the Twitter space tonight. Get more information. There's some changes coming up
Yep.
that are happening. So make sure you stay up to date on that.
And hey, I'm always drinking coffee. So you want to support the stream, buy me a coffee. There you go. Put it up there.
He's an XRP holder. He needs it. He needs it.
Crypto fam, we love you guys. You could have been anywhere today, but you are here with your boys, Crusader and your boy Keeper. So we love you. We appreciate you. Just remember to question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl
like it's hot.
We'll see you soon.